Yo, Elliot. Hey, so we got this question from our buddy Cameron Roberts, who, by the way, just broke up with his girlfriend. Apparently, he's been dating this chick for 3 years. She cheated on him, and they broke up. So now he's trying to become a stronger version of himself through weight training, right? Good choice, you know? When things go wrong in one area of your life, work to build your esteem back up in another, so your neuromuscular strength is gonna make up for your lack in that relationship. This is great. The problem is our man is working to do his deadlifts more proficiently, right? And he's finding that not only the deadlift, but multiple exercises that he's now looking to increase his gains upon are lacking due to his immobility, his inability to move through an entire range of motion. His flexibility fucking sucks. That's basically the bottom line, without being too poetic, as Hulse often does. So, he wants to know what he should do. Seemingly incongruent with the conversation is his breakup with his girlfriend, right? He's wondering how to increase flexibility, but if you consider that what happens to us, the things that happen to us, the things that we experience on the outside of our lives, they affect us physiologically. You might consider for a moment that the stress of breaking up your girlfriend will cause physical rigidity, will cause your muscular system to tense. You know, this all sounds fucking weird and strange. And Hulse, why are you not just telling us how to build bigger biceps? You're always talking about the nervous system. But if you consider that if you go to sleep at night and you have a dream about someone chasing you and you can't run, that's a pretty typical one. You wake up and you've got profusely sweating, your heart rate is up, you're breathing, panting, and you wake up and it's just like you ran, 10, 40-yard sprints. You see how the mind will affect what's happening in the body, and your lack of flexibility, all of our lack of flexibility, in many regards, is a tightening due to the nervous system imposing itself on the muscle. We're tense. That's really what it is. It's fucking tension. And the stressors, i.e. girlfriend cheats on you and breaks up, causes more physical rigidity. This is all very commonsensical, right? It's not as weird as it may sound. So, he's wondering, how do I increase my mobility? How do I get back my flexibility? How do I increase my range of motion so that I can perform these exercises that are gonna make my gains great? And he wants to know, are there specific stretches besides just stretching? Is there something special that I might do besides just the stretches that Hulse has showed me, or I see on other websites, or I've read in books? Something else that I might be able to do to improve my flexibility besides just doing these stretches? The answer is no, but there's a way to calm the nervous system down so that it releases its neurotic tension, its neurotic hold on your muscles, so that you can free yourself up to a greater range of motion. See, a lot of times we think that our tension, our tightness, is just it's a thing that we've got. It's a genetic predisposition, or it's something by accident. But the fact is, we're doing it. So we've got to find a way to stop fucking doing it. Stop doing tightness. And that happens by calming the mind, calming the nervous system, and allowing the muscles to open up. When you allow those muscles to open up, you'll get a greater range of motion. You'll get stronger through your flexibility, through the range of motion. You can build bigger, more explosive muscles. See, I often talk about posture and flexibility as if it's something an aside to strength, but it is a function of strength. So what are you gonna do, right? What are you gonna do to increase your mobility? When you practice these stretches, there are two things I want you to consider. You mentioned the downward dog. Yoga's great, but there are also corrective stretches. There are obvious stretches like using the barbell to get into a deeper squat, so on and so forth. Whatever the stretch you choose, there are two things that you can add to that stretch that is gonna deepen your stretch. The very first thing is to calm your mind. Basically shut your brain off and bring all of your attention down to the muscle that you're trying to stretch. Easier said than done, especially if you tend to be a very tense person or a high energy person. You might need to get the energy out before you go into the stretch. Like for example, today I went to yoga. Before I went to yoga class, as I'm driving, I realized that there was a lot of tension in my throat. right? My neck and my throat. So I got some of the tension out by screaming. You see? And that breaks up the tension in the muscle by releasing a lot of the pent-up emotion that we have. So you probably have a lot of anger. Get all your fucking anger out. Get it out, because it's harboring, it's stopping your ability to release the muscles. Get your anger out and then go back. Or get your sadness out, or get your laughter out, get your giggles out. A lot of us have fucking giggles. Get that shit out and then relax into your stretch. Get the emotional turbulence to be cathartic. Get it out and then go into your stretch. The other thing is, as you're deepening your stretch, bring your attention not only to the muscle but to your breath. Long, deep breaths, particularly the out breath. Open your mouth and allow the air to sort of leak out of your mouth as you're going deeper into the stretch. Only go to a slight challenge. Don't force it. Don't brute force it. This is why stretching is so uncomfortable to most people involved in weight training, because they try to brute force the stretch like they do the weight training. You can't brute force it. You've got to let it go. So that's it, man. I'm going to give you 3 tips to kind of round this long, poetic conversation out. Number 1, get the emotional turbulence out through a cathartic method. Scream, yell, argh! Go crazy, smash things, go nuts. Once you've let it all out, the neurotic holding patterns will cease. Then bring your attention to the thing that you're stretching. You've got to be focused here. You can't have ADD mind. Focus to the thing that you're stretching, and be connected to your breath as those stretches open up. Okay? So that's it, dude. Good luck. Fuck that bitch. Get your stretch on. Peace.
Yo, Elliot.